What's going on, my brothers? It's your boy King E back again with another banger. Retain Gang was popping. Day 9, and I'm feeling good as usual. Every single day that I pile up on my streak, I feel better and better and better. So I really see no point, or I really see no reason to relapse. Especially now that I created this YouTube channel, and I told you guys that after the last relapse, I'm not gonna relapse no more. So yeah, I'm just being very careful, with what I say, because life will life you. So I'm being very humble, but at the same time, I'm being confident, and I believe in myself enough that I know I'm not gonna relapse. Especially now that, like I said, now that I created this YouTube channel, there's no reason for me to relapse. Before, when I was just doing this streak for no reason, I could have probably relapsed because I was doing nothing with the energy anyway. So, I didn't have no clear vision, no goals. That's not to say that if you don't have no goals, you should just jack off. But I could see why I was relapsing so much. But now, I can't do it, man. I made a decision, and I'm gonna stick to my decision. And I wasn't even gonna post a video today. That's the funny thing. Like, I was really contemplating on not posting this video because I've been thinking, I just haven't found a topic to talk to you guys about today. But the topic doesn't matter. What matters is showing you guys the journey. And that's my mission. It's showing you guys every single day of my life. It's not a vlog, but just come here and talk to you guys and tell you guys where I'm at. And I'm in a very good place. Thank to the Lord, thank to God, and thank to the street. But yeah, man, that's not to say that you guys should just jack off if you don't got no goals, but just set some standards for yourself, set some goals for yourself. What do you guys want to accomplish this year? And put that in your focus. Put that on your main focus, right? And also use that as motivation and as fuel to not relapse. Realize that relapsing will only set you back farther in your progress, and it will hinder you from completing your standards or your goals, faster. You know what I'm saying? It'll make the process slower. And realize this as well, man. There's a reason why pornography is free, We don't pay to watch pornography with money. We don't pay it with money, What we do is we exchange it, a quick 10-minute hit of dopamine or 10-minute hit of pleasure. We exchange that for our soul. There's a reason why pornography is free. It's because men pay with their souls. The system has made it this way so they can have a society filled with weak, lazy, unambitious men. And when you have weak and lazy and unambitious men with no testosterone in their testicles, you have a very docile, weak society that's easy to control. It's that simple. I mean, back then in ancient times, when there was no pornography, when there was no social media, when people would talk to people, you know what I'm saying? When females were outside all day, every single day, walking around looking for attention, because females seeking attention has been like that since the beginning. It's in their nature. They want attention, That's in their nature. They were created for us, for us men. Females are spoils of war. Put it like that. So yeah, back in ancient times when we didn't have pornography and we didn't have easy access to sex, something so pleasurable and powerful, it was, one, men had more testosterone. So, you had a bunch of competitive men competing, for females and just for power and for status. It was harder back then because in order for you to acquire a female, you would have to be great. You had to be, a warrior, a very important man. And it's the same way today. But, you know, so many men are lacking ambition, and we're lacking testosterone. It's because we have everything so easy, you know? Like, think about it. Why would you want to go to the trouble of improving yourself and of going outside and approaching a female, or going to a social event and dressing nice, taking care of yourself so you can talk to people, so you can probably meet females, when you can just literally grab your phone, go on a quick internet site, and get all the sex you want for free? For free, with no work, no effort. You know what type of man that creates, bro? That creates the most laziest, unambitious men, just like I said earlier. So it's easier to control men this way. Back then, in ancient times, men were more they were more ambitious. They had more testosterone. So it was easier for men to come together and rebel against tyranny or against a government that they did not agree with, they did not like. But now, the powers that be, they don't have to do anything. They just have to feed us extremely palatable food, or stimulating food, you know, like McDonald's, Wendy's, things like that, that carry a lot of nutrients. I apologize, not nutrients, that carry a lot of calories. You know, very quick calories, easy to cook, but very quick calories, but easy to get as well. You don't have to cook your own food now. And they also give us, you know, instant hits of dopamine through social media. And they also give us free sex, you know. And they don't have to go to the trouble of making people submit through, how do I say it? What's the best way to say it? Through physical ends, I guess I would say. They don't have to go through the trouble of that. Back then it was like that, but, you know, back then the men who were in power were probably the strongest, most important men who had a good army. You know what I'm saying? Now the men who are in power are the ones who are smart, who owns all the money and who controls the internet and everything, you know, and the electricity and all that. Basically, my point with what I'm saying is that us men, we truly have a gift inside of us, you know, and I want you guys to realize that. And maybe this will help you, you know, for the next time you have a strong urge and you might want to relapse. Just think about this, man. Realize that you have testosterone inside you. God gave us this so we can use this power to become amazing. The good thing about being a man is that our value is earned. Basically, a female is born with value if she looks good. But if she's ugly, I'm not gonna lie, she's cooked. I know that's hard to hear, but, you know, and beauty is also in the eye of the beholder as well. So, you know, a chick may be ugly to somebody, but she might look good to somebody else. But we all know that the females that go on yachts and they go on the best parties and they go on front row seats to an NBA game, they're probably like 10 out of 10 models. You know what I'm saying? We all know that's true. You know, they have the best lives, the good looking females. But as a man, the good thing about being a man is that our value can be earned and we can build towards being the man that we want to be. You know, we make a decision. Let's say I want to be the best basketball player ever, or let's say I want to be the best rap artist ever. You make a decision and you can become that, you know, because we have testosterone in us, because we have drive, we have ambition. And God gave us this gift. He gave us this gift not to waste it for cheap dopamine like pornography, not to waste it on a sock, but to harness it and keep it in us so we could have that drive. And the best thing about doing this in 2025 is that 95% of men waste their testosterone daily, multiple times a day, in fact. So you'll be so ahead, like you'll be separated from the pack, bro. It will be no competition for you, man. Especially if you combine fasting with that, bro. You're gonna be a beast. You're gonna be a beast. Like, who's gonna stop you? Who's gonna stop you from selling the most cars at your job, you know? You're probably gonna be the #1 car seller there. Like, nobody's gonna touch you in your craft. Us as men, we have to realize what we have inside of us, bro. We have a gift. Like, we really have a superpower inside of us. Bro, the comic books, the superhero movies are based off of men. Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, that's based off of us. Without testosterone, we would have never had all these buildings, all these the freaking Twin Towers, man. We would have never had the Empire State Building if it wasn't for us men. Name a group of females that could build the Empire State Building. Tell me. You will never find that, bro. Everything was built by men. The bridges, you know, the roads, the cities, the construction sites is all built by us because we have testosterone in us. And you guys need to realize how powerful, how important your testosterone is. Bro, testosterone is what makes a man a man. When you have high testosterone and you decide to harness it and not waste it, man, there's nothing, especially in 2025, there's nothing that can stop you, bro. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. And I feel like so many guys relapse because they don't realize who they are, one, and what they have inside of them. Like, we're OP, bro. Men are OP. A man that has empty balls. No, let me, my fault. I just almost messed it up. My bad, yo. A man that has an empty stomach and full balls is, in 2025, is the most powerful man walking amongst us. Like, this was regular back in the days, man. So we also got to be lucky that we living in 2025, because if we was living in like in the year fucking, I don't know, 1219, this was regular. You know what I'm saying? This was regular for men back in the day, because they had to be warriors, they had to be strong. So they wasn't out here jacking off. They was outside working out, you know, working on their sword fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have guns back then. They had to swing a heavy ass sword, so they had to be outside working on their technique. You know what I'm saying? Or sparring with their partner, with their brothers. You know, back then, kids was learning that at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was different back then. So it was definitely harder back then. For you to be a top tier man back then, it was harder. So we got it way easier now. We have it way easier when it comes to making money and when it comes to being masculine or being a top tier man. So just realize that. Realize that you have a superpower inside you. And for you to waste it on something so cheap as pornography, you're selling your soul. You're paying with your soul. You know, there's a reason why pornography is free, man. Like, ain't you tired of being a bitch, bro? I ain't gonna lie. Ain't you tired of that? I know I am. You know, not saying that I'm a bitch, but I'm just tired of being I'm tired of letting people walk all over me. I'm tired of people not taking me serious. I'm tired of people not respecting me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna use this energy to become the best version of myself, the best possible version of myself I could be, physically, mentally, financially, all aspects, spiritually, all aspects. Nobody's gonna touch me, bro. Nobody's gonna touch me. When I conquer this energy, nobody's gonna touch me. And I don't say that to be egotistical. I say that because I respect myself, and you should too. You should respect yourself, man. You should respect yourself so much that you get an urge and you be like, nah, this ain't worth it, bro. This is not worth it. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. You know, I'm done with it. Like, I'm done with pornography. I'm done with watching porn. I'm done with it, man. You guys have to be able to see yourselves in the future too, man. Visualize that man that you want to be. Visualize yourself 2 years from now, you know, where you're going to be at. What place are you going to be living in? What car you're going to be driving? You know, visualize that, man. Keep those images in your head so that can be your reason why, as to why you're going so hard with NoFap, why you're not releasing. Even though you shouldn't need a reason. Like, the fact that we still have to, you know, explain this to men in 2025 is crazy to me, you know? Like, I feel like this should be regular living. Like, you not watching pornography should be just regular living. But Unfortunately, it's tough now, man. We literally have a drug that is so easily accessible in our pocket 24/7. So I understand how hard pornography is in today's age. I know it. I understand. But yeah, man, we know what we have to do, man. We know what we have to do. I know what I have to do. So yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Day 9. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. But let's be great together, man. Let's be great together, man. If you want to be great, bro, watch my videos, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on this journey. Follow me on this journey of growth, of self-improvement, of becoming the best version of myself, of becoming successful, of getting out of the Bronx, of my journey from rags to riches. Follow me on this journey. But anyways, peace out, brothers. See you guys tomorrow. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Peace.